Welcome to the Dysfunction Junkies podcast. We may not have seen it all, but we've seen enough. And now, here are your hosts, Chrissy and Carrie.
Hello, Junkies. I'm Carrie.
And I'm Chrissy with Carrie.
And I'm with Chrissy.
Yeah. How are we explaining these psychotic dolls that we have with us
I
today?
don't know what episode was
we've
it.
talked about them before.
Somewhere back in season 1, Chrissy found these dolls, and they are the Carrie doll, which Chrissy has with her with the blonde hair and the green outfit. And it's spelled actually how I spell my name, Kerry. And then this is Carrie, or Chrissy, or Carrie's friend Chrissy. And so we thought it would be great to get these dolls. So I found them on eBay, and we just finally decided to make their debut. So when we can't be together in person, we have dolls.
Yes, we do. Yeah, Chrissy is not spelled the way I spell it,
No.
which is fine. I think it's Crissy.
Yeah, there's 2 S's instead of 1.
But I think she was a pretty popular doll in the late 60s, early 70s. And she had a friend, Carrie. She had other friends, too. I think it was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe when I was looking up this doll, that the doll had a friend, and the friend was Carrie. And the Carrie doll is blonde and blue-eyed. So it just was meant to be.
And what's funny is I actually had the Carrie doll growing up, because I think that was such a unique thing that something actually had my name spelled right. But what's interesting about them is their hair grows. So like they have this little thing that you can twist. Excuse me while I violate the doll.
She has that too?
Yeah. You scroll here. I'll cover.
Oh my gosh.
I'll cover the dupa, but
It still works.
yeah. So you do that, and then you can pull the hair to make it grow somehow. Oh no, you push a button. I don't know, but in any case, so they could have short hair or long hair. So yes,
Beautiful.
And
Yes, they are lovely. And Carrie located these.
Yeah,
They are originals.
yes.
These are not
they're not replicas.
These are original
from
dolls.
1971, 72. So I think the Carrie doll that I had growing up, I think my sister has it. My sister that lives over in Pennsylvania, I think she actually has my original Carrie doll. But so, anyways,
Nice.
so you will see them in our home studios, and
She's much more fun to look at.
so, anyways, so I may have actually gotten my Carrie doll as an Easter gift in my Easter basket. Who knows? Back in the day.
Wow, that's a pretty nice score for Easter. Because I don't even remember getting a doll at Easter. Always a stuffed animal and then candy,
Yeah.
coloring book.
Yeah.
But of course, then when I had kids, everything changed. You had to go all out.
Yep. That's how it is.
But that's what we do.
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about? I came up with this idea because I know we crapped all over Santa Claus at Christmas and learned a whole bunch of new things about Santa.
Yeah.
So now we're going to talk about the dysfunction of the Easter Bunny, his or her origin, and just all the unfortunate mess of the Easter Bunny in general.
Let's do it.
So,
Or what?
let's do
see.
it.
3 days away from Easter.
Yeah, it's here already.
I know. So
Again, it's early this year, but not terribly early.
yeah,
At least
sometimes
we've
it comes
made
at
it
the end of
into.
March, and that's just a bummer.
I hate when it's that early.
What?
So I don't mean to interrupt, but do you want to put a disclaimer on this, just like you did with the Santa episode, that you may not, if you have children present?
Yeah, you do not want.
So just,
They probably don't want them to listen to
This might be an
me
episode
in
that
general, but
Mommy or Daddy listen to without the children present. If Chrissy
Yeah,
goes
I
down the road
wouldn't,
that she went down at Christmas time, then yeah, this is a put your ear pods in, your headphones on, put the kids, I don't know, up in front of the TV.
I just wanted that. Yeah, I wanted to put that in there before you guys got going, in case.
Good job, DJ.
Because
Nick.
I've seen some of her. I saw some of her notes.
yeah.
Okay, Chrissy, go.
So how do Chrissy? And again, I'm gonna need to buy readers, I think, because this is just really bad. But so let's talk about the origin first. I guess.
Yeah, where did
might as well start there.
So are we talking about the Easter Bunny? That's the focus, not necessarily Easter.
Yeah, this
Easter
is not
Bunny.
No.
Okay.
This is the Easter Bunny,
right.
not Easter.
Okay.
And just like with the Christmas idea, a lot of it is based in ancient pagan roots. It's then generally Christianity took some of these and adopted it for their celebration. But so it says rabbits and hares were associated with the ancient pagan festival of, oh great, Nick, you got this printout. Say these words for me. Outside of the fact that I can't see them, then I have to try and read this stuff. It's got those little dots over the E. Or no, it's a line. It's a line over the E. What does that mean?
Which way does the line go?
It's flat.
Oh.
It's like a hyphen over the E.
Oh.
It's not oolots or whatever those dots are called. What are
Well,
those?
do I have this?
Yes, I gave you a printout.
Is it on it's not on your notes, it's on the email?
It's actually what I printed out from the notes that I found from AI. And by the way, this is no author. I do give credit when I do use somebody's lists or something like that. But this is just somehow generated. I typed in Dysfunction Bunny and
Dysfunction Bunny.
my computer went,
Oh.
Dysfunction Easter Bunny.
Ostara. The Festival of Ostara.
Ostara.
I had to switch screens
Yeah.
here to look at it. So if my eyes went weird for minutes, because
Oh, it does in parentheses tell you how to say it. Okay.
Yeah.
Very funny. Okay, yeah, I'm blind as a bat. It's an Anglo-Saxon goddess of spring and fertility due to their rapid productions. Wonderful. Right there, I'm already having a problem.
okay, go.
We're celebrating.
Rapid reproduction.
I guess that's why the rabbit test. Does anybody still remember that whole remark? If they asked if you had a rabbit test,
Oh, I never heard
which was
that.
a pregnancy test.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they reproduce like rabbits.
Right.
That's another one you always heard. Okay.
Which I have
Now,
an aside
so
to
that's
that.
where that's from.
So when I was young, I had a rabbit, and when it passed away, my mom said, whatever breed of rabbit you want to get, I will get you. Because I was in 4-H and things like that. I went through the little rabbit breed book, and I found this breed of rabbit that I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I want. And it's called the Polish rabbit. That's the name of the breed. They're very difficult to obtain. Now, I don't know if things have changed in the last 40 years, but part of the reason why they were very difficult to get and hard to find was because they did not breed like rabbits. So that was always the funny thing that people would say, oh, breeds like rabbits. And I'm like, not my Polish rabbits, because ain't happening.
No. Okay.
So anyways, go ahead.
Well, there you go. Not all
Not
of
all
the
rabbits
different breeds
reproduce like
are
rabbits.
created equal. Okay. And then we have, and this one, you said this one, real easy. German folklore. And I even took German. I took a quarter of it at the university.
It looks like Osterhaus.
Osterhaus.
Right, probably. Now, that's the concept of an egg laying hare, comes from German folklore, specifically the Osterhaus or Osterhaus. Oh boy.
The house.
And then a Catholic education. Does anybody remember we took phonics?
Hooked on phonics.
Did they
works
even
for
teach
me.
phonics? Okay, smart ass, they're fine. But I always spelled everything the way it sounded, but in the English language, that only gets you so
Yeah,
far.
this is true.
You can't spell everything the way it sounds. Okay, fine. So what does this say here? I so need to get appropriate glasses. This is really bad. Okay.
Do like you would if
What?
we weren't on video. You just put it right up there.
I feel so self-conscious. I am putting it right up there. All right, fine.
There you go. The look I'm looking
The Osterhaus tradition is this tradition. Children would create nests, sometimes using bonnets or hats, and if they were well behaved, the hare would lay colorful eggs in them. In your hat? Is that where shit in your hat comes from? Did you ever hear anybody say that? tell you go shit in your hat? Is that a saying?
I think you're making stuff
shit up.
I swear, I think that's an old saying. Go shit in your hat.
My phone. I'm gonna not Google. What are we? Gemini that.
Why can't we still say Google?
I don't know.
You could say Google.
Okay, by the way, everybody, if you can't follow along, and hopefully your children are not listening. Well, no, this is just about the origin, but still probably should listen. Did you find it?
Yeah, I did.
Is go shit in your hat a saying?
Yeah. Shit in your hat.
See?
A World War II era insult to someone who expects something unreasonable from you. A sarcastic reply.
I think we need to bring this back.
We'll put it.
Everybody go out there and tell everybody,
Go
shit in your hat.
We'll put
Although
it.
nobody's
We'll put it on
wearing
a
hats,
coffee mug.
but-
You heard it. You heard it again on Dysfunction Junkies podcast. Shit.
First, yes. Okay, so now we've got all that out of the way,
Yeah.
if you've been following at all. Then we have the arrival in America. So, of course, it comes with the immigrants that come over. German immigrants brought this tradition to Pennsylvania, a neighbor over here, although not yours anymore, but mine still. Who's your neighbors? I don't even know geographically who's next to you. Where are you at? Nevada.
Nevada, Arizona, Colorado. There are surrounding states.
Oh, okay, show off. Yeah, okay, those are pretty good, I guess. I'm still stuck over here next to PA. That was in the 1700s, which later spread throughout the United States, evolving into the modern Easter basket tradition. Well, where the hell's the Easter Bunny at in all this?
The Easter Bunny was that Osterhosh thing that was laying colorful eggs.
I didn't read the first paragraph. The Easter Bunny tradition, often viewed as a secular commercial figure, has its origins. It's an ancient European fertility customs rather than biblical scripture.
There you go. Hey, speaking of Easter basket, I have another show and tell today.
Oh, yeah, let's
Chrissy,
see it.
Would you help?
You talked about it
Would you help
briefly.
me and bring in the show and tell?
We're having way too much fun at our age.
I haven't
We're playing with
dolls
our
in
dolls.
35, 40 years. This is my... Okay, Chrissy, go sit down. All right. This is my Easter basket that I have had my entire life that I remember. Probably, well, at least 5 years old that I remember back. But this used to be green. This stripe here used to be green, but over years it's faded. But yeah, this is my Easter basket from childhood. There it is.
Well, you can get a lot of contraband in there, so I hope your parents were always good about filling it up for you.
They actually, that was one time they were pretty good. Hi, Chrissy, welcome back. They were pretty good about that. Yeah. Easter was a lot of candy, but there were still some of those hard-boiled eggs that they threw in there for color, but I never ate them.
You don't like hard-boiled
Oh,
eggs?
I like hard-boiled eggs, but there was something from a very young age that I had warm eggs. So, you know, because the eggs were in the basket and okay, first of all, do you hide your baskets?
No.
What?
That's effort.
Wait, but you know about people hiding.
For my kids? Yeah. No, until I did not know this was a thing.
Oh my God.
I heard about hiding Easter eggs, but never the whole basket.
Basket's got to get hidden. Oh yeah.
No,
yeah. So the whole
that takes too much energy. My kids are too old now.
This whole basket would be full of candy and yummies and maybe an occasional toy. If it was a toy, it was probably going to be something like Play-Doh or something small. But that whole basket was hidden. And when you got up on Easter morning, you had to go find your basket. And you never know where the Easter Bunny was going to hide it. So to this day, Farm Boy Jim still has to find the Easter basket. I do not let him escape that tradition. He has to find it. He acts like he doesn't like it, but he does. If I don't hide it, he'll be upset.
Was this in the house, or could it be outside?
Usually.
Or was it weather permitting?
Yeah, usually it was inside, but there were occasional times it would have been found maybe in the barn, maybe in the rabbit hutch of the rabbit cage outside. Yeah.
Were you under the impression that the rabbits that you had somehow were involved in delivering this stuff?
No, I never made those correlations. No, no. But yeah, but this was sometimes a challenge. You would think this would be easy to find because it's big, but it was actually sometimes hard to find. You never knew.
Of course it's a challenge. It's one thing. At least even though eggs are smaller, there's several of them. Your chances are better at the eggs than one basket.
Yeah.
Just because it's the size of it
Yeah.
is appropriate, large, and you think you could see it somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, again, I never grew up with an Easter egg hunt. Well, nothing. No. I did the Easter egg hunt for my kids, and it was always in the house. I was not going to go outside and dump eggs somewhere. But I would hide eggs in the house.
Then you wouldn't
But
go and eat those
no.
eggs afterwards, would you?
No, because they were always the plastic ones with candy inside.
Okay. Yeah, see, in
I'm going to sit there and spend all that time coloring those eggs. I'm already obsessive about making those look good. I'm not going to let those just be laying around somewhere.
So this basket would have the candy, and then it would have some of the colored Easter eggs that we did the night before. So my point being that you didn't know when the Easter Bunny came. So you didn't know how long the eggs were out of the refrigerator and in the basket before you even started looking. And then if you couldn't find the basket, then it was even harder and it would take longer. And of course you did this. Sometimes you had to go to church. So if you didn't find your Easter basket, it was time to go to church. You had to go to church. So you would pick up on the hunt afterwards. So those eggs could have been in there for 8 hours out of the fridge. And by the time...
I'm imagining you guys maybe had some stomach aches.
Oh, I didn't. That's why I didn't eat them. Maybe my mom purposely didn't let us eat them. I don't know, but I didn't eat them because they were warm eggs. Ooh, so...
Oh, God, yeah. A hard-boiled egg has to be cold to be really enjoyed, in my opinion.
Yes. So anyways, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We're all over the board today. A little squirrely.
But that's okay. Well, we've got pressure's on with the Carrie and Chrissy doll here. Yeah, I don't think that our parents, I don't know, I don't want to talk out of turn, but they didn't seem to be they didn't hold it as important to maintain and keep the whole thing going with the Easter Bunny as they were with Santa.
Yes, this is true.
And I couldn't even tell you when I still believed. I had to be pretty small, which is funny because you figure if you lose faith in believing in one,
you would not,
lose.
The other.
But maybe the bunny wasn't as real. Question, you had to really suspend disbelief to believe in the Easter Bunny.
Especially,
the guy dressed up in a red suit was more it could be happening.
Than
it
the
could be possible.
Big human-sized bunny with the paper mache head and weird facing thing that, it's not real.
What was that movie with Jimmy Stewart? Harvey? With the bunny?
But he was the only one that ever saw it.
Oh.
Okay. But then at the end, I think maybe you did finally get to see the... How did you remember that movie? I was about to go to the Monty Python movie. Oh. You probably want to quit believing in the Easter Bunny when you watch that movie because that rabbit totally destroyed everybody. That is... Oh,
I never saw that movie until I was in my early mid-20s.
Oh, gosh. It's hilarious.
I know it is.
Anyhow, okay, so we know when it came to America and the eggs, the bunny bringing eggs, it's a symbol of new life.
Yeah.
And that merged with the Christian celebration of Jesus Christ's resurrection, blending, oh God, here we go. Disparate, what the hell's that word?
Disparate pagan and religious traditions. Oh. That's the dysfunction and where the disconnect about the rabbit. And where you're mixing the pagan and that's the whole disconnect. or the dysfunction.
I need to
teacher.
have a linguist in the studio with me for all of this stuff. Although Nick is doing
Nick's does a
fine.
great
Nick's doing
job,
well.
yeah.
Actually, you should be doing the best. You took English.
What?
and-
Shh.
You,
No,
you had,
no.
you're an English major, and you actually took linguistics in college. You
And-
should be the best at this.
And
You should be blowing Chrissy or Carrie and I away with these pronunciations.
I actually got through that class. Everybody was terrified. You had to take linguistics, and there was always this nightmare. Everybody who took it already told you, you're never going to get through it the first time. Expect to take it again. And it was required. And they said nobody ever gets through it the first time. It's very rare because the teacher was really difficult. And so I took it, and they said, if you're going to take it as credit, no credit. Because if you get a bad grade in it, you'll still be able to use the credit, no credit, as long as you take it. I took it, and I was so stressed out about it, but the guy offered all this extra credit, and I did every bit of it. And I was so happy I didn't have to take it again. I got through it the first time. So
YSU
that looks
are
like
on
that's
the
where we
water.
are. Yeah. Thank you, Youngstown State. Well, reimagining the symbolism. Okay, so we'll wrap this one up and then we'll move on to more dysfunction with the Easter Bunny. While the rabbit represents fertility in the pagan spring festival, the egg was adopted by early Christians to represent the resurrection and the empty tomb.
Right.
So there you go. So these are all things you can think about while you're celebrating in a few days. And now this one's really hard, but it came up, so I'm going to touch on it. This is more dysfunction with the Easter Bunny. That one actually wasn't that dysfunctional. It was just more about the origin.
Yeah.
But this is going to be unfortunate.
Okay.
And probably people are going to be offended. Maybe. I don't know. So, the dysfunction of the Easter Bunny refers to the severe, negative impact of purchasing live rabbits.
Yes. And
this is...
I have, in my years of working in animal control, all of this stuff that has come up is I've witnessed, okay? People buy, we'll go get a cute little bunny for Easter for our child. Bad decision. Don't do it. Go get a stuffy. Go get a chocolate candy bunny. Please don't buy a real
Here.
bunny. Oh, yeah. Chrissy's got
Here.
show and tell now.
I brought show and tell.
Yeah.
I'm going through kids' toys, getting rid of toys, and I thought, I'll just bring out a little...
That's cute.
He's cute.
It looks a little bit like the bunny from... Oh, that's cute.
Purple. Yeah. And I would almost say this is just as cruel, buying all these stuffed animals, because eventually you're going to have to get rid of these, which they got these cute faces. Why would you want to get rid of that?
So is it still animal cruelty and abandonment if you get rid of the stuffed animals?
In Christy's role.
I don't know. It does. It bothers me. This is one of those damn Beanie Baby things that they said were going to be worth money. Bullshit. And then I got a little ducky. Don't forget about the duckies. There's no mention of dysfunction with ducks at Easter.
Yeah.
But he's cute.
Show him the cute one.
This is
though.
my favorite.
Yeah, the favorite one.
Yeah, this one has a hat. Very appropriate.
He's proper. The cute.
She's been sitting weird in the box, though. She's lopsided a little bit. Okay, enough with that. All right.
Yeah.
So
But seriously, though,
this whole thing of buying real rabbits, I guess it's like at Christmas. Sometimes people go and adopt and
puppies and
bring
kitties.
home, cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Pets, live animals are not to be given as holiday gifts or impulse gifts. Like you need to put thought behind it, people. But the bunnies especially, they're so fragile. And people think that bunnies are easy, like they're low maintenance, that, it's easy, it's just a little bunny, they're going to be easy to take care of. Wrong. They require a very special diet. And just because you see the wild bunnies outside, hopping around, enjoying life, eating whatever, that's not what it's like for domestic bunnies. So they need a special diet. They need proper exercise. And they're very fearful animals. They're prey animals. Their entire life is about what's going to kill me, chase me, eat me, go after me, or potentially like my life is going to end if I let something near me. Little kids, which, I understand you can teach your children how to be good around animals, but do we have to test that theory? It's like rabbits, they
No.
get scared, they panic, they run, and they're just in fear of their life, and they either smack into a wall or smack into their cage, breaks their neck, or their adrenaline spikes, and that kills them. I know. This is how it is. It's truth, people. Talking truth here. And then
You are. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you hit a nerve with this one. Then what happens is if people do buy the bunny and it happens to live, people get rid of them after you. Oh, they lose interest. Or, oh, it's summer. Okay, we're buying this little cute little bunny in the early spring when you're still stuck indoors. Then summer hits and kids want to go outside. They forget about the rabbit. Parents want to go on vacation. Oh, who's going to take care of the rabbit? So what do? One of two things. They usually get rid of it, take it to a shelter, try to rehome it, or they think, oh, here's a great idea. Let's just release it in the park with all the other wild rabbits. That'll be fine. No, it won't. No, it won't.
Right.
So I remember in animal control one year, there was this local park, and I don't know, 2-3 months after Easter, they all of a sudden had this influx of these white and colored rabbits. They were not jackrabbits. They were not cottontail rabbits. They were domestic rabbits that people got at Easter, didn't know what to do with them anymore, so they let them out. These poor rabbits were dying because they're either, getting hit by a car, they're getting eaten by coyotes.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's horrible. So we're out there trying to catch these rabbits. Sorry.
Well, I actually
got on my
have
soapbox.
a stat on that.
Okay, tell me your
No.
stats.
It says roughly 80% of shelter rabbits were once bought as Easter gifts.
Yep.
And are abandoned by summer, just like what you said.
Yep.
So while kids may suffer stress from meeting the character or distress from learning, it is a lie. Oh, wait, we jumped from something else.
Wait, what are you talking about? What?
I was trying to tell you about the 80% of the rabbits in shelters are from Easter. I don't know
you
how
went to
I
the
got that.
mistrust
Holy
part.
mackerel. Easter, okay. All right, let's move on. Okay, so we've obviously touched on the animal cruelty and abandonment.
Yes.
Live rabbits are often bought impulsively. Children lose interest, leading to high abandonment rates and overcrowded shelters. Pet care ignorance.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds mean. Domestic rabbits require specialized care, including hay and specific foods, and are not suitable for children to manage, often biting when stressed or neglected.
Yep.
So maybe if you show them that Monty Python movie, no damn kid gonna want a bunny rabbit after that. And then child emotional distress.
Yeah.
Boy, we try to make these holidays so special for our kids, and we're really just torturing them, it sounds like.
Yep.
So the tradition of sitting on this is about the mall bunny head that's terrifying. The tradition of sitting on a giant creature's lap, often a masked stranger, can cause severe lasting anxiety and fear for children.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I think that why Easter Bunny, like believing in it, does not last. When you go to the mall and Santa, it's a person.
Yeah.
And I guess depending on your age, you might not understand because this doesn't look like a rabbit.
Right.
It's a person in a horrible bunny suit. So it just, I don't know. I don't think I was ever taken to see the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, I was. I remember getting drugged to see that. I think what we need to do is we need our listeners to post pictures of their local Easter bunnies photo shoots, like where they took their kids to the mall or wherever, the grocery store, wherever they had one of these Easter bunny things. We want to see these pictures in all the different variations of these Easter bunny representatives. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, what we would ask is if you could, though, of course, just to keep your the sense of keep the children, maybe cover their face.
Crop them
or
out.
we
I
would,
just wanna see
before
the
we posted
bunny.
it, we would crop them out.
Yeah, I
we just want to see the
bunny
bunny.
part. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Blurb over, put a
Um,
fuzzy over the kid face. Just want to see the bunny.
That's always terrifying in itself when we have to blur out people's faces. The tradition, okay, so myth, deception. Here we go again. We talked about this with Santa Claus.
Yeah.
The lie.
The lie.
The big lie.
Yep.
So, research suggests that maintaining the myth of the Easter Bunny can cause children to feel hurt upon learning the truth or encourage lying behavior. So,
Yep.
you guys
Mommy
lie
and
all
Daddy
the
are
time
big fat
too.
liars.
So I'm going to be a liar too?
Yeah.
Good Lord. All these excuses for how we've ended up with some real horrible human beings running around.
Really?
Mommy and Daddy lied to me about the money.
All
Now,
right.
this is really funny. Environmental garden damage. Any gardeners out there? I'm sure
What are we
I
talking
do
about on this
garden,
one?
but I have that rabbits, even if not the mythical kind, are destructive to landscaping.
Oh, okay.
Particularly young tulips and pansies in early spring.
Yeah.
So then we just need to hate the bunnies because they destroyed our garden, our flowers. I just hate the fact that I know we have a lot of bunnies coming into our yard, even though my yard is fenced. And the reason I know this is because I have 2 dogs, and they just know that there were bunnies out there.
Yeah.
I used to always have Yorkshire Terriers for a long time. That's what the dog we had. And those dogs, they're beautiful. I loved having them. But then when I got kids, I was worried because my kids would jump all over the place. And my one dog did get under my daughter when she was jumping around. And we had to deal with helping him out because he got hurt a little bit. But so I decided to get a golden doodle, which I love. And I have 2 of them. And it's been a new experience, though, because they are half retriever.
Yeah.
And they retrieve. So the big one, who weighs about 80 pounds, has killed birds.
Yeah.
He just jumps and gets them.
Yeah.
And for somebody like me, who's never been raised around the things you have, all you do is hear me and Nick in the backyard screaming. And unfortunately, there's language coming out. And there's a ton of kids in this neighborhood. We really need to try and watch.
Oh.
But Nick and I are traumatized. So forget the Easter Bunny. Our trauma
Your trauma.
from our dogs killing birds. We are traumatized.
We have.
I do worry that he will catch it because there's a ton of bunnies.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
yeah.
our backyard because we have pine trees and it's a lot of shelter.
Yeah.
So they'll do their nests on those pine trees, and he's always in there. I'm so worried he's gonna kill some of those bunnies.
We don't want to witness
When we
this.
lived on the farm, we had a chain link fenced in backyard, but the bunnies could easily get under and through. And most of our dogs never bothered them, but our little Papillons, who are barely as big as the bunnies, they thought it was just fun. And they're not meaning to do anything. They just see something running and they're like, oh, I want to play. And so they were constantly chasing these. So we're happy that we're here now because it's a block wall. So we don't have any rabbits getting in our yard, and they can't see the rabbits that we do see, which are jackrabbits. They're huge. They're like, I don't know, 25 pounds. They're big. They're really big.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're really big. And so we can enjoy seeing them now. We don't have to worry about our dogs chasing them and stuff. But anyways,
Jeez,
it went down
that's about as big as a dog. Yeah, so I think, did I cover everything?
I think you did. I think we've...
So bad. Please enjoy Easter. Enjoy your eggs. Enjoy the bunnies. Enjoy your plush little stuffed animals.
Yes, enjoy the dolls. If you get a doll in your Easter basket. No, we really do want to wish everybody a happy Easter or whatever you're celebrating. And if you don't celebrate Easter, happy spring break, happy spring, happy weekend off, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
talk about our...
yes, absolutely. So we are in the
system.
month of April. So this month we are celebrating World Autism Month. And so our Junkies Care Initiative is the Go.
Akron Autism Society.
Yes.
But a lot of communities have autism societies, and I picked that one because that one sort of represents the county I'm in right now. And seek that out. They are a nonprofit and they do wonderful things for families. They offer a lot of programs and information and just support.
Absolutely. But definitely check out our Facebook page, check out our website, dysfunctionjunkiespodcast.com, and learn more about us, more and more about Akron Autism Society. And we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody. Ha ha.